Okay, so what you'll do is if this is your unit, screw it just a little bit. If this is your unit, you'll say, okay, you have to look at this as if it's a warehouse, not a unit, right? So you've got some upper cabinets over here, all right? So you'll take your handy dandy marker, you maybe print, you got to print out a layout of the unit, which the unit, the community has plenty of these, Jeff will have some. And you'll say, okay, this isn't a kitchen, this is a kitchen of, a bank of cabinets in the kitchen. This is my row A, all right? And you know what? I'm gonna put some shelves right here on this wall, and I'm gonna call that my row B. And then they have this island thing. It's got base cabinets in it. It's gonna be my row C. And then go around here into the little dining room. Let's see, I'm gonna put, this is a wall and that's a wall, so I'm gonna put shelves all in here. Oh, come on. I'm gonna use blue for my shelves. So I wanna build some shelves here and here, come out here. So that's gonna be my aisle D, aisle E. I'll build some all along here. That's F, G, in the living room. In the bedroom, it's the same deal. You see what I'm getting at? All right? There is no wrong answer here. As long as you stick to this, I guess, the rules of the aisle, section, shelf, then there's no wrong answer. There are how many letters in the alphabet?
26, right?
26? Man, I was going to say 24. I think you're right, though. So there's 26 letters in the alphabet, so that's 26 different shelf locations you can have, right? And remember, it's okay if this shelf, if this aisle only has 2 shelves and this one has 15, that's all right. It's no big deal. That's no big deal, right? You just write the letter for the shelf will just go up higher right there, for right?
Different areas.
Sections are important. The sections are important. You may have a small, this shelf right here, B. That might only be 4 feet wide. Well, that's okay. It'll only have one section. It won't have just section 2, section 3. You know what I mean? So, but it's important to name it as section 1. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, doesn't matter how many sections or how many shelves an aisle has. If you get over 26, let's say you're all the way to Z on your aisles. Let's say you've got a big unit and you've done 26 different aisle locations. Start back over at AA.
Double it. Yes,
AA would be the 27th aisle location, and then BB, CC.
Yes,
If you get all the way through that, then you're doing something wrong. Call me.
I have some questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So he's being sent down there, I guess, to do an inventory and organize their
Yeah.
their
Well, yeah. We're
storage.
going to structure the inventory system first with Jeff Hartman. Uh-huh.
Okay. And we're being given those 2 units for storage also. We're being given G209 and F108 as storage also by the community. Okay.
Already do.
Okay, we already have those.
Already have them.
Is there anything in them at all, or they're, I guess, just like the basics, the kitchen and stuff like that in there?
There's probably tons of stuff in them.
I mean, our stuff, or
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's all our stuff. Okay.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, and we have one
But
spot there.
we have no idea what it
there?
is
Okay.
because we have no inventory.
Wow.
We have no inventory on them. So, yeah, wow, exactly.
We're
So
buying stuff and buying stuff and buying stuff,
there
and
might
it's
be something
already
in
there.
there.
that's right. Exactly
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Exactly
Okay,
right.
so-
And
You
then
got it.
whenever it gets organized, because I think Bob and Jeff organized it.
They did
It like doesn't stay organized.
Yeah.
back earlier this year, yeah. And it doesn't stay organized because we haven't given them the system.
Right. How do you expect it to stay?
Exactly.
And then we're going to show them how it is, and they're going to keep it this way.
Correct.
Or they go on the
That's part of Mr. Hartman's new position is to do checkups at communities. One of his roles and responsibilities is to check the inventory and inventory systems at each community that Land App National has the UTO program rolled out in. So it's not just go and take a physical inventory of, he'll pull up SPS, parent, and sub G209, and he'll look at the inventory that's supposed to be in there, and that's called checking your inventory, right? You're saying, okay, we're supposed to have 25 of these, 13 of these, and 10 of those. Okay, I'm going to go physically check. Okay, we're missing 2 of these. We have 1 extra here. You know, that sort of thing. You have to do that about monthly, possibly quarterly, to make sure, because the longer you let it go and get off, let it get inaccurate, the worse and worse it'll get. So that's part of what he'll do. In addition to the second part of that is making sure that the CM, CM's community manager, which is what we call the on-site superintendent in the UTO division. CMs are assigned to one specific community. That CM, Mr. Hartman will make sure that CM has a good understanding of the inventory system and how to, use it. Yeah, right.
So, will JT be feeding me this information so I can put it in Boxstrom?
I'm gonna be putting it in a box.
So he will
Okay.
get it settled. So we have to start with the structure first.
Yeah, okay.
We have to structure the aisle, section, and shelf in all 3 of these locations. Then we'll start with, and that's when our divisional VP will probably get involved a little bit, and Jeff Hartman and probably Bobby.
And go down to the actual physical count.
Yeah, well, they'll probably say, you know what, we don't use these very much, so let's store those out in the pod. Or, you know what, let's try and keep 50 of these in F108, and then we'll keep the other 3,487 that we've got out in the pod. You know what I'm saying? For a quick grab situation. So you may have bulk in 2 of these or quick grab, so it depends. They can set that up any way that they want.
Would it help if we came along and labeled also, I don't remember what these were, but nuts.
Bins,
bolts.
these are little bins.
Yeah, nuts, bolts.
Sure.
Widgets, whatchamacallit.
Sure, absolutely. You can.
One of those little
So
label machines,
yes, and you
like a
can.
generic thing, so the guys.
All
will
you would
know.
do is add another. So if you notice, we've got aisle, section, shelf. You sure can do bin, and we got letter, number, letter. So this would be a number. So yeah,
I'm
this
talking
would be
about, like,
bin
with-
1, bin 2, bin 3. Is
But
that
with
what you mean?
absolutely what's in there, so it's generic. So a guy that's walking up there just doesn't, I don't know. So it says nails, whatever. On,
Yes. Labeling is a
because you
big
know how
part.
guys can be.
So then they can know where to put it back.
Intended.
No, you're exactly right. Not only.
I've just seen so many times people just throw stuff in.
So we structure it, which means the aisle, section, and shelf, and maybe bin if we want. All right. Then we label it, and we label the aisle, section, shelf, bin, and product,
Or contents or whatever, I don't know.
product, content,
And it could
in each. Does that make sense? So yes, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Yes. because otherwise they'll have to refer to the,
Keeping
this
it in
major,
paper, yeah.
huge thing, the locations and the contents of each to figure out where everything goes, like a map, right? We don't want that. We want them to walk in and say, okay, all right, so outlets go right here. Okay, we'll put the new outlets right there.
I've just done inventory
Yes.
a lot of years. I just know how that can happen.
Definitely. That's important. Labels.
They'll get close, but
Yeah,
That's
that's right. That's right.
My tape and whatnot.
Okay, so we will continue. I wanted to get through this info for John Taylor. This is actually what I really wanted to go over. We started going in pretty deep on the earlier video. I recorded all of this. So we'll continue the series for setting up the 5 tabs of setting up an item, then the quantities and all that stuff. But this is where we're going to start for the UTOs as of right now.
Now, do they seem to have that same problem over in Delray with all this?
We haven't really started yet.
No one has the inventory. We are creating the inventory system
Right now.
right now.
Okay, so-
Yep. All right, so I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to send this to you, Jeff, you, JT, and Miss Carolyn Litt. I'll send you guys this one too. And this is the start of the UTO division on-site inventory system. The same will carry over to our regional shipping centers like we have in Ruskin, and will probably be coming online in the Delray area. But we'll get to that later. We need to focus on community-specific inventory systems at this point. Thank you.